Welcome back to my channel. This is Shamika. Today I'm going to be making a yellow cake, and the ingredients is right here on the screen. We're going to have 2 sticks of butter at room temperature. We're going to mix that for a while. And the reason why we do room temperature is easier to mix and allow the ingredients to blend. Now we're going to add in the sugar. We're going to let them mix for just a little bit. Always remember to scrape down the sides so you can get a good mix. Now that we blended the butter and the sugar, we're going to add in our eggs. I usually try to mix 1 egg at a time, sometimes 2 fall out. Here we're going to use 2 large eggs and 2 egg yolks. And these eggs should be at room temperature as well. Again, scrape down your bowl. Make sure that you're mixing all of your ingredients together. So next we're going to add in our dry ingredients along with our wet ingredients. So we have our flour, we have our baking soda, baking powder, and I didn't add salt because the butter has salt in it. I also have buttermilk. I'm going to add in my vanilla extract as well as my butter flavoring. And what you'll want to do is, as you're adding in the dry ingredients and wet ingredients, you want to alternate those ingredients. You want to add them in slowly so that it doesn't spill all over the place when it's mixing in the bowl. So I'm adding in the wet ingredients, and again alternating between dry and wet. And I did sift this flour. Again, scrape down the sides of your bowl to make sure you're mixing it well. You don't want to overmix. Now that I have that mixed, this is what it should look like, and I'm going to add them to 2 pans. I've sprayed them and also used parchment paper at the bottom of the pan so that they can easily come out of the cake pans. You'll want to put this in the oven on 325 for 30 to 40 minutes. It took right at 40 minutes for this cake. But how you will know, you'll stick a toothpick in it. If it come out clean, you know it's done. Now we're going to do our chocolate icing. This recipe was so good. I'm telling you, this icing was the best part of the cake to me. You're going to add these at room temperature. It's going to be 2 sticks of butter and cream cheese. And then you're going to add in your powdered sugar. And I do this very slowly. All of my ingredients I'm adding in a little at a time so that I can keep down the mess, because this can become messy. This particular blender that I have it seems to not have a slow speed. When you put it on low, it still goes fast. So I usually try to just take my time adding the ingredients in so that I don't make a mess. So as you can see, I added in the cocoa powder. I've added in powdered sugar, the heavy cream, and again, I'm just taking my time adding these ingredients in a little at a time just to keep down the mess. And for the recipe, you can always go back to the beginning where I had the ingredients, pause it, do a screenshot so you have it for your record. Now that I have the icing pretty much done, I'll mix it a little bit more with my spoon and I'm ready to ice in my cakes that have cooled. Make sure your cake is cooled down. You don't want your icing to melt. And then again, the icing was so good. I love this icing. As I was making this cake and putting it together, my husband couldn't wait to get into it and eat it, so I had to hurry up and cut him a piece. But as you can see, it's very moist. The cake is so good. It's good even a couple days later. Thank you guys so much for watching.